Welcome back, everybody, to another shocking courtroom episode of Lockdown 23 in 1. That's right, today's episode is a prime example of digging your ditch much deeper than what you started with. The defendant here has had every chance under the sun, and he keeps getting locked up, and this time, while locked up, he assaulted a correctional officer, and he's going to be paying for that. I don't know exactly how much time he's going to get, but it's going to be a rough ride for him if I were to guess from here on out. But either way, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel and enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is absolutely where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. And check out my beautifully assorted playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, here we go. The Honorable Judge Teep's backdrop always screams justice. Immaculate rhino lining.
This is case number 25-CR43232, the state of Ohio versus Casey Zhang. Mr. Zhang is before the court with his counsel, Ms. Diefenbach. Ms. Nicholson, on behalf of the state of Ohio, we are here for sentencing. Has everyone reviewed the pre-sentence investigation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything on behalf of the state?
Your Honor, these offenses occurred while he was incarcerated at Lebanon Correctional Institution. He was incarcerated at the time on a post-release control violation. He was on post-release control for a felony of the third-degree theft that had occurred out of Hamilton County. At the time of that offense and conviction, he was also on post-release control, and Hamilton County, as a part of that agreement, part of that plea, agreed not to impose the post-release control time. So this is a habit of his to commit new offenses while on post-release control or serving a sanction for a violation of post-release control. This was a violent offense that occurred while in prison. He assaulted a corrections officer and also had a deadly weapon while under detention. We do not believe he is amenable to community control and would ask the court impose a prison sentence.
Thank you. Anything for probation?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Diefenbach?
Well, there was some discussion in the pre-sentence about some rather rigorous residential treatment, which I think he could benefit from, Judge. I do know that he has not been on his medication since he's been doing
not the medications.
There, and I think that had a lot to do with his behavior. He has a long history. He also has a history of, after he lost his parents, and he was actually kind of out there, a real Hamilton County on his own.
With all due respect, I would have had to fire her right then. I'm off my meds and quite frankly just out there, ma'am. You're out of here. I said I'm trying to go home, not the padded room route. But let's run it back just a tad bit, all right? What exactly is post-release control? I know you're hearing that quite a bit, and every state has a little bit of different verbiage for kind of the same situation, I guess you could say. I mean, it's pretty much probation. It says post-release control, or PRC, in Ohio is a period of mandatory or discretionary supervision by the Adult Parole Authority, APA, following an individual's release from prison. It acts like a traditional parole, requiring individuals to report to a parole officer and follow specific rules. And I mean, he's messed up in possibly the worst ways you could do it. He already caught a break. He was on post-release control to begin with, violates that post-release, gets another one on the theft, if I heard it correctly, and then violates that, gets into jail, and assaults a correctional officer. Look, one of the number one rules in probation, parole, whatever, you want to call it, is to stay crime-free. You can't go catching new charges. If you're found guilty for them, chances are that's like a guaranteed ticket to prison. You're going to get sentenced for the new crimes, not to mention some more time added for the post-release control stuff that you're on. Ditch is extremely deep now, and also, he's probably going to have an extremely dark path ahead of him in prison on this one. He ain't got to worry about the inmates. I'm talking about the COs, man. Some states, them dudes don't forget the assault you put on one of their members.
But I think he could benefit. He needs to get back on his medication. I think he could benefit from the kind of rigorous residential treatment program that was described in the pre-sentence.
Thank you. Mr. Zhang, is there anything you'd like to say?
That I am back on my medication now. I haven't been in no trouble in almost a year.
Well,
I completed the CCC program for the drug and alcohol and cognitive behavior program. I've been trying to change my life. I just want to say that I am sorry for what I did. I didn't exactly mean to do what I did to that officer. gotta take responsibility for my actions. That's it, you know.
Well, Your Honor, I believe him. Let's go ahead and give him his 14th chance. He'll see the light sooner or later. Yeah, I'm just playing. I don't believe a word that's coming out this guy's green two-piece. I mean, if he was really off his meds, it could have, helped contribute to his anger. I have seen people in the cell block, man. They're two totally different people when they're not taking their meds. Completely chilled and vibed out, man, when they're on them. When they're off them, they're breaking teeth and jaws. I'm not playing. But like I said, I think this dude's full of it, man, just trying to shuck and jive. He said that he ain't getting no trouble in a year. Did you see what his attorney said? She was like, oh yeah.
No, I haven't been in no trouble in almost a year.
Well,
I completed the CCC.
Like, hold on, you did catch something a year ago. Well, you don't say nothing, just stay quiet. That's why I fired you. She was about to object her own client.
That's it, you know.
Let's see if the Honorable Judge Teep is gonna...
Mr. Zhang,
Believe him.
I will tell you that in reading the pre-sentencing report, your words ring very hollow with me. In the time you've been in our county jail for 95 days, just this year alone, and in fact, within the last month, you have 3 write-ups.
3?
From our jail. Then I get into the infractions that you committed while you were in one of the prisons located in our county. 2, 3, 4 pages of infractions that you've committed.
Pages.
Then I get into your juvenile record, and it certainly doesn't help that the juvenile courts in some of our surrounding counties do absolutely nothing to you. You're just getting pretty serious offenses of violence.
Oh.
Most of them are dismissed, adjudicated delinquent, but nothing's ever happened to you. Then you become an adult, commit a burglary back in 2018, and then immediately coming out of prison while on PRC, you commit another theft offense, and then on this case, you were in on a PRC violation, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you don't think that you have to follow the rules, or if you have this mentality that you're a tough guy, that you can just do whatever you want, but you're not going to here. So the court's going to find today that you are not amenable to community control. That prison is necessary to fulfill the purposes and the principles of sentencing, including punishment, deterrence, and protection of the public.
But just keep this in mind, all you guys that want to be in the mix, in prison, in jail, man. He's bringing all the stuff that they did wrong in there before he gets sentenced. It's like priming you up for all the smoke you could possibly get. The judge, if I heard it correctly, he said he got 3 infractions in jail. That's nothing. I caught 12 in like 1 month. You can get minor infractions for just about damn near anything. I used to fold my whites up and put them underneath my mat. You're not allowed to have nothing under the mat. If you get caught with them when they do a little inspection in the morning, some prisons and jails, no COs are doing any inspections. But some are, and they're super tight. They find those clothes, man, just fold it up. That's it. That's a write-up. You lose your phone or possibly commissary privileges. Next thing you know, if you happen to want to assault a correctional officer, my goodness, that's like the top thing you don't do in prison. Get caught with drugs, weapons, assault a staff member. I mean, he's done 2 of them. Assaulted the staff member to CO, and they said he had a makeshift weapon on him. That's guaranteed. If he goes to prison, he's going to a max level probably for his first couple years. So, you want to make your time harder, not to mention come through the court process and make it longer, go ahead and do these type of activities. But don't say I didn't warn you, man. You're going to have a very dark and lonely path ahead of you. All right.
On count 1, the assault charge, the court's going to order you to serve 24 months in prison. You can't be assaulting people because you don't like what they're telling you to do. These are corrections officers that already have a difficult enough job.
2 years
and it just irritates me that you think that you can just be a bully to them. It doesn't work that way. On count 2, the court's going to order you to serve 12 months in prison. That to be served consecutive to the 24 months. The court finds that a consecutive sentence is necessary to punish this defendant and to protect the public from you.
So that's 3 years.
It's not disproportionate to the conduct or danger posed by the defendant, and these offenses were committed while the defendant was serving a PRC sentence in the Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections. You have 95 days jail time credit. The court finds that you're indigent for the purposes of any fines, costs, or other financial sanctions. You're also subject to a discretionary period of post-release control. When you are released, the adult parole authority shall once again try to supervise you for up to 2 years. If you violate that supervision, they can return you to prison for up to 1/2 of this court's original sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year, or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer. That time would run consecutive to any additional prison time that you get sentenced to. There may be opportunities for you to receive up to 1 day per month for participating in certain education, vocation, or other programs sponsored by the Department of Corrections. You do have a right to appeal the court's decision of your sentence to the 12th District Court of Appeals. If you want to appeal, you must file your notice within 30 days of today's date. If you can't afford to pay for the transcript or anything necessary for your appeal, that can all be provided to you at no cost. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint one for you at no cost. One final thing, Mr. Zhang, before you leave. I want to offer you today some hope for your future. So I'm telling you today that after you are sent to the institution, I will consider a motion for judicial release after an appropriate period of time.
Wow.
But I'm telling you right now that I will not tolerate any infractions from you in whatever institution they send you to, whether it's in our county. We have 2, Warren and Lebanon. Whatever institution they send you to, you must abide by all of the rules of the institution. 0 infractions. You need to demonstrate to me that you want to live in our society. Otherwise, you're just going to be in and out of prisons for the rest of your life, and you're only 28 years old. This is your 3rd stint in prison. So I want to offer you that hope, and I'm willing to try this, what Ms. Diefenbach said, this recommendation for the CBCF, the treatment facility, and I will consider it. But if you're going to go in there and you're going to violate the rules, don't bother filing your motion, because I'll deny it.
Yes.
Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you follow the rules?
Yes, I can.
All right, good luck to you.
Can you do a thing for me?
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 years added to his sentence for assaulting a staff member, correctional officer. He actually got blessed. If you're as me in Virginia, they've been like, man, you're going to the onion for the next 10 years. No sunlight, shackled with canines walking by your side at every inch. Especially now with that CO recently getting killed in Virginia. I heard the safety protocols have changed quite a bit. Not only are you going to reap in the courtroom, but you're going to reap if you ever have to go back to lockup. You're going to be on like this blacklist now. You're not going to be able to hold no job, no trustee, nothing, no programs. Because you got assaulting a staff member on your record, and it's going to haunt you for the rest of your bid. I've seen so many people in prison regretting the choices they made when they're young, 50 years old now. Still can't participate in these programs. Getting caught trying to escape, that'll do it too. But the judge didn't break down exactly the severity of the assault he did on a staff member. Keep in mind, it could have just been a little shove. Maybe a spit or just, pushing the hand off. So if that's the case, I mean, really put that into perspective. If he got 3 years for that, just imagine if you really punched him in the face, broken nose, had some blood. It would definitely be more than 3 years if I were to guess. Also, you're seeing it firsthand as well, man. Medications or not, doesn't matter. You gotta follow the rules or regulations or else they got a special side pocket for you. Jail, padded room, whatever the case might be. Until the next time though, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. And more importantly than anything, y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.